That moment I felt already better. He was in pain so much. His heart was in pain. But that moment he said, I will forgive that person. I will never kill that man again. He said he tried a few times to kill that man. Wasn't successful. But God actually set him free through this message. So sometimes you may not be that extreme, but it's the same thing. You hate someone, it's the same thing as murder. So you probably kill that person in your mind. ကျွန်တော်လူတတ်မှုဆိုတဲ့အရာဖခင်ရဲ့စံချိန်မှာကြတော့ကိုထိလက်ရောက်လောက်เสียမလို့အမျိုးသမီးတယောက်စိတ်နဲ့ပြစ်မှားရင်ပြစ်မှားတယ်ထိုနည်းကောင်းမဲ့မုန်းတယ်ဆိုရင်လူတတ်တယ်လို့ဘုရားမြင်တယ်ဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒီ message ကိုဒီလူကိုပေးလိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာသူနှလုံးသားတက်တာသွားတယ်အဲ့ဒီအချိန်မှာဆူတောင်းပေးတဲ့အခါမှာပျော်ပြီးတော့ပြန်သွားတယ် he was set free and he went home so those story now I heard it from our brother too those story yes life is sometimes really unfair တခါလေမှာဘဝမတရားဘူးဟုတ်တယ်ကိုမလှုပ်တဲ့ဟာတွေလူတွေလှုပ်ခဲ့လိမ့်မယ် sometimes even the one that should love us is the one who abuse us တခါလေမှာကိုချစ်ရမယ့်သူတွေကကိုနှိပ်စက်တာစော်ကားတာဖြစ်တတ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါတွေအားလုံးခံစားရတာနာကျင်လိမ့်မယ် sometimes it's painful I understand but please don't hurt yourself so much ask the Lord for forgiveness နော်အဲ့ဒါဘုရားကိုကြိုးစားပါဘုရားစီမှာဆုတောင်းပါကြိုးစားပါလို့ပြောတဲ့အခါမှာကြိုးစားပြီးခွင့်လွှတ်တာကိုပြောတာမဟုတ်ဘုရားကိုဒီအရာအတွက်မဆာဖို့ရန်အတွက်သက်တာကိုပြင်ဆင်ဖို့ရန်အတွက်ပြောတာဖြစ်တယ်နော်ဒါကြောင့်မလို့ယေရှုပြု၍ဒီအရာလေးကိုနားလည်စေချင်တယ် I want you to really understand this okay so would you do this if you promise me I go for B and C you sure လုံးမလားသိချလားသိချဒီဘက်ကမသိချသေးဘူးချင်းတယ်ဒီဘက်ဘာမှမပြောဘူးဒီဘက်အဖွဲ့တွေကငြိမ်နေကြည့်ပြီးတော့ရည်ပြနေသိချလား all right if you go through this I promise you that will set you free and that set me free and that will also set you free okay so we're going for B and C and we're gonna finish early yeah is it good just give me maybe half an hour and then we're going for B and C and let's see what we can do all right B all right when you love God when you love people then we have B is we are better together right how do you say in American better together is that how you say it no it's better together all right it's better say that with me better it sounds a bit better no it's not better it's better together or in London accent it would be like better together that's what they say better it's better and I'm like that's not English I'm in London but I'm learning really bad English they call it Cockney accent it's so bad all right you don't want to learn it's not BBC English it's not Queensland English that is better together so how many of you believe that you can do better with people together you don't you guys are solo you want to do your own no teamwork is come on say that again teamwork is dream work amen all right teamwork is dream work let's go to the scripture ဒေသနာကျမ်းကိုသွားရအောင်ဒေသနာကျမ်း Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9 to 12ဒေသနာကျမ်းခန်းကြီး4အငယ်9ကနေ10ကိုတယောက်ဖတ်ပေးပါ It's in the middle of the Bible ဒေသနာကျမ်း
လူဒီတယောက်ကြီးချက်တယောက်သာရှိကောင်း၏ဒေါသအားထုတ်လေကောင်းသောအကျိုးကိုရတတ်သည်တယောက်လည်းဖြင့်တယောက်သူ၏တယောက်ကြီးသောသူလည်းဖြင့်မူကားအကျိုးနေသည်သူတို့သူမရှိလူဒီတယောက်အတူ၏ကိုရွေးတတ်သည်တယောက်ကြီးသောသူမူကားအပဲတို့ရွေးနိုင်သည်လူတယောက်ကြီးတယောက်ကိုနိုင်သည်ဘိုးလူကိုတယောက်ရှိတာလည်း 3ရောက်လွန်တင်တယ်
Don't learn.
3လွန်တင်လို့ကြိုးတည်တယ်အတွေ့အကြုံမပြတ်တာမှာဖြစ်တာ
All right, thank you. Someone in English?
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9 to 12. Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help, but someone who falls alone is in real trouble. Likewise, two people lying close together can keep each other warm. But how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. Three are even better, for a triple-braided cord is not even broken.
All right, thank you. So the Bible said if we actually do things together, it is better. All right, so I want you to. All right, I think that's Siada Nene and now Shepshit is. Yeah, thank you. They just waving themselves and stuff like that. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we have two people here. And I give you this example because it's really important in the teamwork. So တော့ကျွန်တော်လူနှစ်ယောက်ရှိတယ်ဆိုပါစို့တစ်ယောက်က Tom and တစ်ယောက်က Sam. So တော့ Tom မှာ they both play drums, let's say, yeah, for the sake of the example. သူတို့နှစ်ယောက်လုံးက drum တီးတယ်ဆိုပါစို့နော် And Tom's got really good sense. He's very creative. Yeah? He's a creative guy. So he can create stuff very easily. But Tom's got one problem. The next week in the rehearsal, he plays so good. He's very creative. But when he actually play in the service, he doesn't remember what he created. Like, how does it go again? He's like, he doesn't remember. Okay? So Tom, yeah, drama Tom က အရန်ဖန်တီးမှုအားကောင်းတယ်။ဒါပေမဲ့တော့မမှတ်မိတတ်ဘူး။သူပြဿနာနော် So doesn't remember. Yeah. But Sam, on the other hand, what happened is Sam is like this. Yeah. So Sam is not creative. He's not creative. He just not creative at all. So you know what we do as a church? We normally don't like, oh, you're not creative. Maybe you should not be in the team. That's what we do. But even those people, they have something very important skill set. Okay? So တော့တခါလီမှာကျွန်တော်တို့အတင်းတော်မှာဘာဖြစ်တတ်လဲဆိုတော့တယောက်ကဖန်တီးမှုအားကောင်းတယ်မမှတ်မိတတ်ဘူးဒါပေမဲ့နောက်တစ်ယောက်ကျတော့ဖန်တီးမှုအားမကောင်းဘူး But what Sam's skill is that he can remember things. So if we compare these two, who would you pick? Sam? Someone pick Sam? Okay, ဒီနေ့အောင်နိုင်ရှင်းပြီးတော့ကဲငါတို့အတင်းတော်မှာတစ်ယောက်ပဲသုံးမယ်ဘယ်သူရွေးမလဲ Tom ကိုရွေးမယ်တဲ့တချို့က Sam ကိုရွေးမယ်ဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့ Sam ကတော့မှတ်မိတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့သူ့မှာဖန်တီးမှုအားမကောင်းဒါပေမဲ့နောက်တစ်ယောက်ကျတော့ဖန်တီးမှုအားကောင်းတယ်မှတ်မိဘူး Instead of comparing these two, why don't we change the mindset, work together? So what happened is, while Sam is trying to create things, Tom is trying to create things, Sam is looking and learning. And the next day, like Tom, he can't remember. So that, hey, Tom be like, Sam, how does it go again? Sam's gonna show what Tom did the other day. And that, ooh. So when we put these two as a team, we are better together. And the truth is, we are either Tom or we are either Sam. That's the problem with us. God created that way. Why? So that you want to work with other people. And creatives are weird, okay? I'm a creative guy. So I know creatives are a bit weird, right? Sometimes daydreaming and sometimes they can be creative, but they just different. Okay, I should not say the word weird. Maybe they're different. ဖန်တီးမှုအားကောင်းတဲ့သူတွေ musician အနုပညာသမားတွေနည်းနည်းတော့ထူးခြားတယ်နော်ထူးလူထူးလူဆန်းတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးပေါ့နည်းနည်းထူးခြားတဲ့သူတွေဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုတဲ့အခါမှာဘာနားလည်ရမလဲဆိုတော့တယောက်နဲ့တယောက်အလုပ်လုပ်တတ်ဖို့လိုတယ် in the church that's what happened so you are either Tom or you are either Sam but we need both of you we need both of you okay please do come we need both of you sometimes when we compare we be like yeah Tom you just don't remember it so Tom will be like yeah I don't remember things or he may be late he's the guy he's always late or never turn up maybe okay sometimes it's important that Tom you're creative you're very creative and you're a good guy but please you're not punctual you're not coming sometimes you don't show up that's really not good you need to work together right so Tom and Sam they might be seen as a one musician but they can be working together so that's what the Bible wants us we are better together right so teamwork is dream work that's very important ဒါကြောင့်အနုကျွန်တော်တို့အတူတကွအလုပ်စုပေါင်းညီညာအောင်ကြောင်းဖျားမြန်မာစကားပုံမှာအများတန်းရှိတယ်အတူအလုပ်လုပ်တတ်ဖို့လိုတယ်ဒါကြောင့်မလို့အတူအလုပ်လုပ်တတ်ခြင်းကိုကျွန်တော်သင်ယူဖို့လိုတယ် so let me share you my story I love music and the city that I grown up is the city that knows for music like it's like Nashville right so if you're from Nashville probably you are very good with music so like that you know in Burma Shanset Downji is a lot of rocker came out of that town right rock stars like Lay Pew and you know and yeah you might not know it your parents know them all right so you're too young to know them all right so they're really top rock stars growing up from my hometown so we always you know proud of that and we always want to be like them you know so rock star you know being a rock star being that really got into me and so I studied engineering for 4.5 years and I was about to get my engineering degree I left I left my university and I went to UK and everyone's like why did you do that I wanted to learn music that's what I always wanted so by the time I get to England and I always want to go to music college music academy some sort of music learning that time I can play songs pretty well but I want a proper education on music so and then I asked my family can I study music and they said no you're not going to make it no you either study engineering or medicine all right so that's the Asian culture right you are either engineer doctor lawyer or loser right they always see you like that เนาะကျွန်တော်အာရှမိသားစုတွေမှာအမြင်နဲ့ရှိတယ်ဆရာဝန်လုပ်ရင်လုပ် engineer လုပ်ရင်လုပ်ရှင်းနေလုပ်ရင်လုပ်မလုပ်ရင်တော့မင်းကသုံးမရအောင် loser ပဲအဲ့လိုမျိုးသတ်မှတ်ခြင်းတဲ့အခါမှာကျွန်တော်မလုပ်ခိုင်းလဲဆိုဆရာဝန်လုပ်ခိုင်း so they said you can you know we don't have well your uncle is a doctor your dad did not finish you know medical school so maybe it's your time to do to be a doctor I'm like no I don't want to be a doctor but they said no so I cannot argue I'm the youngest so they said okay fine okay I will study so I need to go through they call it the A levels I don't know what you call it here it is like year 11 and 12 in Australia so before the college that's the exam that you need to go so I went back to A levels and I look around they were like teenagers I'm like 20 something like so I thought I'm really old I thought now I'm really old these are so young Why should I be studying with them? And so I bargained with my sister, like, hey, I think I'm really old now. Can I study music? They said, no. So I thought, okay, I need to do something. အိမ်ကိုပြောတယ်ကျွန်တော် music သင်ချင်တယ်လက်မခံလက်မခံတော့ကျွန်တော်တခုခုလုပ်ရမယ်ကျွန်တော်စေးကြောင်းပြတ်တက်ခိုင်းအဲ့ဒါတခုခုတော့လုပ်ရမယ် and I that morning the day one I studied the A level class and in the afternoon I went to the library and I saw a bunch of people coming and they are like long hair and leather jacket with the chain and I knew them like they're the musicians ကျွန်တော်ချက်ချင်းတွေ့တယ် music သား and they were like hanging out and I'm like okay this is it I'm going to talk to them I'm going to talk to them so I said hey what are you guys studying and they're like oh you know we're studying music like, oh is it good like man it's so good you know I play guitar I really want to study he's like you should join us like no my family said no I can't join man you know if you want to be successful you need to follow your heart I'm like amen I'm like yeah I can't follow my heart because no I think I'd better stick with my you know A levels and to become a doctor it will take like 7 years but it's like no it's like well, you're not late we are just doing audition you know 3 days study and then they're going to do the audition so okay and then the next day instead of going to A level class I went to the music class and I signed up for it I'm going to tell my parents no, not my parents my family at that time I don't have my parents anymore so I tell my sister no they won't allow it so I said no I'm not going to do it I don't tell them and then I went to the music class and I study music you know funny thing is the guy who gave me the information he didn't pass the audition poor guy so he ended up doing first diploma I was doing national diploma so a bit higher course I did it so and I didn't tell them and they found out on my second year she was so mad I remember my sister was on the phone and she was so mad like I heard you study music I said who told you that it's like you think I don't know about it do you think I'm in Burma and I don't know about you I was like I said we were arguing on the phone and she said she was like I can't believe you did this I said you know if I don't study music I'm not going to do anything and I think she finally realized that I was serious about it and she said give me 2 promises I said okay sure what is it all right no drugs and no crime or whatever thing that rocker do don't do it can you promise me I said okay I promise you and second thing she asked is can you serve the Lord with your music I said yes but I had no idea or no plan to serve God with my music ကျွန်တော်အမှားကျွန်တော်ဂတိတောင်းတယ် music တက်မယ်ဆိုရင်တော့ဂတိနှစ်ခုပေးရမယ်မူရစေဝါတွေအပျော်ပါးတွေမလိုက်စားရအောင်ဂတိပေးတယ်ဖယားအစီခံရမယ် music နဲ့ပေးတယ် I just give an easy promise I just want the permission that's all but you know what I make the promise before God ဖယားရှိမှပေးတဲ့ဂတိဖြစ်တယ် and long story short I finished my national diploma and then I went to do degree in music so it's performance so I need to pass the exam with my guitar do the performance so and after that but you know what no one told me before this when you finish music school there's no job nobody told me that and then when I finished music school I have no job အလုံးမရှိဘူးဆိုဘူးမှမပြောဘူးလေနော်ကျောင်းလဲပြီးသွားရောအလုံးလည်းမဲ့ဖြစ်သွားရော and then I thought I might do some busking you know like people playing on the street asking for money you know it's called it busking you know and then I went to London Underground and I saw people that are busking and they have a license I'm like oh my gosh, they have a license, through my license, a performing license. And then I realized that they are so much better than me. I'm like, I'm hopeless now. I have a guitar degree, but I can't even make my living. I was so like disappointed. I should have I should have listened. I should have studied engineering or medicine. I said, ah, but I did not want to admit it. ဝင်မခံချင်ဘူးကိုရွေးချယ်မှုဖြစ်တဲ့အခါမှာအလုံးမရှိတဲ့အခါမှာဝင်မခံချင်ဘူး And I said, okay, I will make it. And then I realized, okay, what if I teach music? Oh, I can play guitar and I can still earn money. Such a good idea. So I went to do teacher, they call it postgraduate teaching degree. So I went to do PGCE. They call it postgraduate certificate in education. So that was the hardest course I've ever done. Apart from this stuff, this is hard. This is harder. So ကျောင်းလည်းပြီးရောစာပြန်သင်မယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့ဆရာဖြစ်တင်တန်းပြန်တက်တာဒါဘွဲ့လို့ပေါ့နော် master level is equivalent to master degree. So and then when I actually teach to the college student, I did not enjoy it at all. I'm like, I don't want to be in this class. Kids are so bad. I can't believe it. Maybe I wasn't teaching very good, but I always thought that teaching is my thing. But man, ဆိုတော့ကျောင်းမှာစာပြန်သင်တဲ့အခါမှာကျွန်တော်အင်္ဂလိပ်မှာကျောင်းမှာစာသင်တယ်ဆိုတော့ you know I'm a yellow dude, right? And then teaching white kids and like black kids. So man, one of the classes like 16 black kids, and that was really hard, really hard. All right. So I thought, no, teaching is not my thing. All right. And I'm like looking for other job. Like there's a teaching position. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to do something else. You know, အလုပ်ရှာတော့ကျွန်တော်ကျောင်းဆရာအဖြစ်အလုပ်မလုပ်နိုင်ဘူးမလုပ်ချင်ဘူးတခြားအလုပ်တွေရှာ And then I got an email and someone sent to me like, hey, you might be interested in this job. I'm like, okay. It's like interpreting, you know, like translation job. So Burmese to English, English to Burmese. I'm like, okay, I can do it. And I look at it. It's like, which company? I was like, BBC. It's a media, you know, British Broadcasting Corporation. It is like your CNN, right? But a lot better, okay? BBC is, I'm sure. Yeah, don't hate me, all right? Yeah, it's true, yeah? There's a fake news there, all right? So, ooh, I know. So, BBC, right there. And I never interested in news. I never interested about people, though. That time, remember? I want to be a rock star. That's it. That's in my mind. I want to travel the world doing my rock thing, doing my music. That's what I want to do. And so I never interested in news. I never read the newspaper, never watched the TV. So what should I do now? And I thought, okay, anyway, I have a music degree. I have a teaching degree now, but I don't want to teach music or teach a class. So I should do something. So I thought, okay, let's give it a go. All right, let me try. So I went to the interview. They asked a bunch of questions. Like, for example, it's like, who is the Prime Minister of Australia? I'm like, I don't know. I never knew. I should have known. It was that time Julia Gillard is the Prime Minister of Australia. But I only knew Julia Roberts, you know, movie star Julia Roberts. I don't know Julia Gillard. And so many questions they asked, I didn't have a clue. And they said, you have to fill up the answer sheet. And so I said, I don't want to turn up blank. Maybe I should write something. So the didn't make me how to know blank GPN so did I know you know what? This is a true story. I wrote this, okay? I said, I do not know anything. But if you teach me, I will try my best. To know to know you know what? I got the job. I don't know why, but I got the job. There are a lot of people who's much better position or no news, but somehow they give me the job. And you know what? want to be a rock star, study music, train to be a teacher, and become a journalist. Never ever thought that I would be a journalist. I'm like, Lord, I think you got the wrong guy. Never ever thought that I never planned it. So became a journalist and I worked there. I don't know, somehow God is like, this is the processing time. I'm processing you. So I thought, okay, everything that I'm doing, Lord, I will give 100%. So even I'm not interested in journalism, I did my best, 100%. I give 100%. And that time, I thought I was involved in Burmese church, and I was a worship leader. Everything I did it, like guitar player, worship leading, everything. I'm the guy who turned up the earliest and left home the latest. ပထမဆုံးဖျားကြောင်ရောက်တယ်နောက်ဆုံးပြန်တဲ့တရား always like that. And we have about 20, 25 people. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. I fed up. I thought, Lord, I have a gift, but I want to serve you. But I'm not growing. I'm not improving. What should I do? And then that time, my lovely girlfriend, that was her. It was back then, we were in a long distance relationship. We can talk about that maybe tomorrow, yeah? So she's like, no. So she said, there's a Hillsong London. Why don't you go there? And I said, wow, no. Hillsong is right there. I'm like, here. There. I'm a Burmese. Nobody been to Hillsong on stage. I don't think I can do it. And she was like, no, you can do it. Because God has a gift in you. And God already trained you. Why don't you go? I said, no. Maybe. And then we were like, she was pushing me. I'm like, I'm not happy in where we were when I was. And then I was afraid to go to the next level. And she always pushed me like, you should go. If I were you, I'd be gone. She was like, okay. And then I give my name like one day to Hillsong worship team. I said, okay, you give your name and detail. We will contact you. And so I give my name, my number, everything. I want to serve in. I play guitar. Can I play in worship team? They're like, yeah. We will contact you. And then 1 week, no contact. 2, no. 3, 1 month. I'm like, every time I go there, I'm like, hello. Yeah. Remember? I give my name. They're like, oh, they saw me and they're like, oh, that was the worship leader was like, yeah, hi, keep coming, all right? And I'm like, what do you mean keep coming? I'm ready to play, bro. And it's like, keep coming, all right? Keep coming. And then it took me a while though. Every time I'm like, hello, when can I, join the team? Like, and then one day they called me like, can you come to rehearsal? Bring your gears. I'm like, okay, bring your equipments and everything. So I was so happy, like, hey, this is it. My chance has come. I'm going to be serving in Hillsong team. So I got my guitar, my effect pedals, and UK underground, like your subway. Yeah? You call it subway. We call it underground because it's not really subway. It is underground. So I'm sorry. I need to correct your English. Okay. So, and yeah, underground. It's underground, right? So I was so happy. I carry a lot of things. I'm like, yes, this is it. And the guy said, okay, why don't you set up in the corner? We're gonna practice and you watch. And when we have time, I let you play something. I'm like, okay, sure. I'm waiting there. And then sort of like I'm looking at the team and I thought, okay, this guy's good. This guy's not too bad. I think I can play better than that. I think I'm better. Yeah. In fact, I'm better than all of you. I didn't speak out. I was having this. Remember, I'm a rock star. I come from the rock town. Yeah, that's why Taung Ji is like big rock. The name is like big rock. Yeah, Taung Ji and I'm a big rock. Yeah. So yeah. You know what? God really, really need to work in my heart. Because better together, never about other people. It's always about me. Look, I have a music degree. Do you guys have it? I can teach in college. Do you guys teach in college? My ego was there. God was not looking for a rock star. God was looking for a worshiper. And then right there, I'm like, okay, I rolled the cable and everything. And then I was waiting. And then they're like, oh, sorry, Dave. We didn't have time this week, okay? Can you come back next week? I'm like, okay, sure. Fine. Went home. Maybe they're scared of me because I'm so good. Maybe I'm super good. So maybe they don't want me to play there because I'm that good. That's play in my head. They don't even know how good am I. So they just like come here. And then they're like, next week I went there and I set up everything. Okay. I was ready to play. And they're like, sorry, bro, this week again, we don't have much time. All right. So maybe you should come back next week. That happened week after week. I'm like, man, I'm mad now. I'm mad. I'm mad, really mad now. Say so loud. I'll payment to you. All right. I'm not going anymore. All right. These guys, they don't want me to play. So I'm not going. So I did not turn up to rehearsal. And then they call me like, hey, Dave, we didn't see you last night. What happened? You coming next week? Yeah. So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, no, you guys don't even let me play. And actually, it was God that training me how I was like, my heart was not right. နှလုံးသားမမှန်တာကိုဘုရားပြင်ပေးနေတာအဲ့ဒါကိုတော့နားမလဲ So then I see that the team is actually they're praying like worship leaders they are praying they are working together they are always respecting each other they're honoring each other I'm like man this is not what I used to know in our band I'm the boss I can tell whatever people I want they listen to me now they're like yes yeah do you want me like they play so good like really super good and then I thought man I need to learn something my heart is starting to soften a bit နှလုံးသားတစ်ဖြည်းဖြည်းပြောင်းလာတယ်အဲ့ဒါနဲ့ okay there all my things everything I was ready I was set up and one week they let me play I was so happy I make a lot of mistakes and they thought maybe he's not ready yet maybe keep in that corner oh 1 month 2 months time to 3 I'm like Lord I know I might be a good player but my heart was not right Lord I started to pray and I said Lord I think I'm learning so much and by the time 6 months okay it took me 6 months you know what the ironic thing is the guy who come after me got to play first I'm like still practicing and rolling cable like okay sure I can I was doing this and for people and like making sure that everyone was ready so 6 months it took me 6 months and 9 Lord I think I'm happy even if I don't play on stage I'm happy now God changed my heart it took me 6 months to roll the cable to bring my own equipment I was there and my heart was like man Lord I'm okay and that after that God is like I think he need another lesson so and I look at the roster and my name was there I'm like ooh this is it I finally got to play it and we always play two guitarists one is the lead guitar and one is the rhythm right And then I look at my position and I'm the rhythm guy. I'm like, I'm always the lead guitarist, okay? I'm the lead guitarist. I play like this. I even play like this, showman and everything. And when I play for church, I'm like the rhythm guy. You know why? The rhythm of my heart was not right. So God is like, yes, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I'm like, rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. But that rhythm I was not learned how important rhythm in my music college. Actually, I learned from Hillsong. It's like, oh, rhythm is so important. Sometimes it's important that you are stepping back and supporting role. It's so important. Always want to be a leader. Always want to show up. Always want to be the one in the spotlight. God is like, no, I don't have time for that. I don't need that kind of people. So he sent me home. He sent me home week after week. But finally, when I say, Lord, I be happy wherever you put me. If you have that prayer or if you have that experience, you're not alone, okay? And that book that I wrote, it came from tears, all right? It's not just like, hey, I play for music. I was one of the music directors there. No, it was very humbling. God humbled me. And then by the time I was ready, I play lead guitar. And every week I was rostered because I can do both rhythm and lead. So every time they need rhythm guitar, they send me. Every time lead guitarist they send me. Sometimes I'm alone on both doing. And I was like, can I have a week off? Sometimes I need to ask them, like, can I have a week off? Because I was like, I really want to play every week. Now I'm like, I'm too tired. God is like, yeah, you want to play? Play. Sometimes I play 4 services. So one service about 2,000 people, so about 8,000 people. I'm like, Lord, this is an honor to serve you. So hear me, okay? When I say things, I'm not trying to break you. It's God is trying to break you because He broke me. I can smell from a distance that guy or this girl want to serve the Lord or wants to be popular. I can tell. All right, because I was one of you guys want to be popular because it's good, right? Everybody see me playing in front of thousands of people. But that's not what God requires. God is looking for what? True worshiper. Always true worshiper. It's very easy to play here. But are you playing where no one see you? It's very easy to sing in front of people. But are you actually singing at home when no one sees you? Oh, that would make a difference. လူမမြင်တဲ့ချိန်မှာချီးမွမ်းလားလူရှိမှချီးမွမ်းတာအရင်လွယ်တယ်လူရှိမှတီးတာအရင်လွယ်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့လူကွဲရမှာရောချီးမွမ်းလား In your own room, in your bedroom, what are you doing? God sees that. Actually, if you are worshiping in your own bedroom, God's going to promote you on the stage. And that's what I learned. And when I learned that, I'm like, I'm practicing in my bedroom. Other people are partying. I'm like, no, I need to worship. I need to play hard. I need to practice. That's what I do. I try to improve every sound that I have, and I want to make it better each and every week. God sees that, right? And so from London Hillsong, when I went to live in Melbourne, Australia, just very easy transition. And they said, we heard so much about you from London team. Would you be joining our team and become one of our music directors? I'm like, I'm honored. So in Melbourne, Australia, we have a big event called Christmas Spectacular. It's a 1-year event and it's a big production. Every time they do that, there's only one guitarist, and that's me. And I'm not saying this to in a proud way. God see what you do in the dark room, right? Remember, like you guys have the phone and you take the photo, but before we have this smartphone, if you have an old camera, it's called film. The film, you need to capture the image and it needs to develop in the dark room. If light hits you, that will expose, and that film is ruined. But it's very easy now. Picture is like very easy. So now what we are looking for, we want to be a YouTuber. We want to be a internet sensation overnight. That's what we do, right? But you never gone through the process. You don't understand the success. That's why a lot of people, young people, they're success and they think they have all the money, but they don't have the foundation. So that's very important. So what I learned from Hillsong team is working better together in other places. Now, God is like, okay, do you know why he called me to be a pastor, minister? I never want to be a pastor. Never want to be a minister. That is the last option I will probably choose. Never. Want to be a rock star? No, want to be famous for my music? That's what I wanted. However, when God changed my heart, I'm like, God, if I could serve you any possible way, I would do it. And so God promote those people. Sometimes I'm thinking like, God, what is happening? We have a Facebook page that when we go live, that's hundreds of people watching us. Sometimes thousands of people tuning in. I'm like, Lord, what is happening? And there are many people before us doing ministry, but God promote like that. You know why? Because when you go through the process, God can actually, you being tested, you can be trusted. So you are in the process right now. Most of you, probably everyone is in the process right now. But you need to work together. You need to be better together. All right? You can't just say, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. We always have that. I'm better than you. Or sometimes we like, no, I'm not good enough. The other extreme is like, no, I don't want to do anything. I'm not good enough. Either one of you feel that way, that's a wrong attitude. You are good enough. God called you good, all right? And you can do it, all right? All you need to do is you need to work better together. And you can learn from other people always. So my message to you is this. You are in the process. God has a promise, but you are in the process right now. So you can make it. All right? So Hillsong, 8 years. Did I get paid? Love gift? No. The only gift I received from Hillsong is $30 cinema voucher. I still got that. I don't use it. That is the only one that I have. Everything about sacrifice, giving out. You know, how can I buy a lot of stuff, spending thousands of money serving people? Where do I get the energy? Where do I get the energy? Let me tell you a secret. Every time one person put their hands up and say, I want to follow Jesus. That feels so good. That felt like, man, it's worth it. I can do a million times. Of course, when you get up early in the morning, when you serve in the team, it's tiring, okay? It is exhausting. But one person to know Christ, it's all worth it. So kingdom is so big. We need you. Can you work together with me? Can you work together each other? We have soul to catch up. We have plenty of harvest to harvest. So many people don't know Christ. They are heading to destruction. We need to do is work together. Your pastor needs you. Your church needs you. Your deacons need you. Your leaders need you. Always turn up. Even though you don't do anything, just turn up. It's good. If you don't do anything, just come along, tag along. All right? Encourage. You say, that was good. I enjoy it. Just come along. That is better together. Amen? So I share my story right there. Yeah, nobody, well, not young people, not many people do not know about it. they only see the highlight of it. All right, it's like a football match. Yeah, you call it what? Soccer? It is a football. Okay, it's a football. Don't know soccer? Sock? I don't know where that comes from. Okay, it's a football. All right, you play with foot. That's why it's football. All right, so 90 minutes. But if you see the highlight, it's only 1 minute. Oh, it's exciting. But if you see 90 minutes, that is like, wow, that's a long time. Like, you take a selfie, yeah? Some people take selfie like 200 selfie. You have a better size, yeah? I know that too. Like, okay, take from that side, it's better, or something like that. You have a better side, yeah? And then you edit, and you upload it, right? 200 photo out of 200, you just edit everything, airbrush, and then you put it. And then someone on the other side, like, oh, she's pretty. I'm not. You started comparing. I'd rather be a person that other people scroll through, not me scrolling through other people. Oh, she's good. Oh, I don't have that. Oh, no. It's good to dream, but get up and chase that dream. Young people, it's good to have a dream, yeah? But work hard. Dream is free. Hustle is so separately. You need to hustle. Man, I work like 2 jobs, 3 jobs to get to where I am. I didn't have a parents that sponsor me. I didn't. You guys are much better position. I didn't have parents or anyone supporting me to do my college and university degree and master degree. I'm still paying for my student debt. I do that. And if you want to make it, you need to work hard. There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut to like, oh, overnight success. It's a very loose term. But you want to do something that call you to be, oh, you need to be right with God. And you need to humble. Don't be like me, okay? Like think that I'm better than anyone. Don't be like that. Now I'm looking back, man, they are so much better musician than me. Because I realize it now, like, man, they're so humble. They play with great artists in the UK. And I'm like, man, these are so one of the girls, the bass player, man, she play with artists and everywhere. She's touring in America at the moment. I'm like, that girl is so much better than me, but I used to think that I'm better than them. No. So it's good to work better together. What you need is, in order to work together, be humble. Always be humble. Okay? All right. There we go. That's a long one. I promised you half an hour, but it took about 45 minutes. All right. You learning something? Yeah? No? Yes. Okay, learn something. All right, please. All right. Thank you. Maybe we all stand up. We're going to close down this session and come back at 6. ဒီည6 နာရီမှာပြန်စမယ်ဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီ season ဒီမှာပဲနားရအောင်